welcome back to my channel. This is Dosha with DoshaDreamsTarot, and this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. As always, I'm terrible with the astrology readings. Queen of Pentacles coming out. I hope you are feeling this way. This one keeps coming out for me, and definitely got my money on my mind. So here's the deal, y'all. I've been gone for about a month. I haven't uploaded. I have been recording a ton of readings, but just my energy has been up and down, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been like in and out of crises and just difficult things happening in my personal life, and you know, just trying to be there for people who are also having a hard time, and it's just a lot for me lately. Some pretty major endings here. Ten of Swords. Heartbreaking stuff, y'all. So basically, I am back because Nine of Cups. Okay, so I'm wanting to do a reading right now, and with the Nine of Cups, y'all, wanting to show up on the bottom of the deck again, I just really want to impart something to y'all that Spirit has been reminding me of over and over again. Your mindset determines your experience. And I'm being serious, guys. Like, this is a continuous experiment. Life is an experiment. Just experiment and tell me if you don't notice a difference. Maybe it won't happen right away. Maybe it'll happen literally within moments of you thinking positively about some shit, and just see how that changes for you. Okay? Think negatively about some shit and watch how that happens, you know? Nine of Cups leads to the Ten of Cups. Okay, what does it mean to be in a Nine of Cups energy? Nine of Cups thinking, right? Nine of Cups energy is really about being satisfied. So how do we reach points of satisfaction? Having gratitude for what you already have, being proud of yourself and your accomplishments, being able to look at your track record and say, okay, you know, y'all, we all make mistakes. We all have regrets. We all can be better versions of ourselves, okay? So please don't get hung up on the things that you are not, you know, proud of, and the things that you are not, you know, excited about, the things that are challenging, yada, yada, right? Okay? Because that's Nine of Swords energy. The Nine of Swords leads to the Ten of Swords. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you think about things with anxiety and fear and anguish and, you know what I'm saying? Where you're not sleeping well at night. Like, if you are living in a state of anxiety, Nine of Swords energy, that will bring things in your life to an end. Like if you are anxious about a relationship and you sit in a place of anxiety about that relationship, then chances are that relationship is not going to last. Okay? This is your energy impacting your experience. Okay? The way that we think affects the decisions that we make, the actions we take, right? And so thus which direction our life goes in, okay? So while I don't want you to stress on that point, because things will happen that are outside of your control as well, the things that are in your control, your mindset, Nine of Cups energy is about being happy, okay? Queen of Cups, being full, right? Feeling full in your life and feeling just fulfilled within yourself. Where that the part of you that, you know, that maybe is like, okay, here's an example. The parts of you that are not necessarily influenced by outside factors, okay? This is like your beliefs, your philosophies, how you feel about yourself, you know, like, yeah, those things should be somewhat subject to change, especially dogmatic principles and stuff, but, okay, you have to have a part of yourself that is just going to be okay no matter what happens, guys. You know, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, okay? You also have to be able to be logical and intelligent, okay? So maybe this is about finding the balance between your emotional well-being and your mental well-being, okay? Your emotional health and your mental health. Being able to be logical and think ahead and plan and strategize, okay? But also be intuitive and emotionally connected to how you're feeling, right? And I feel like if you can balance these two things, your mind and your heart, right? Then everything else follows. There's this saying, it's called, I think, change your mind and your ass will follow, or something like that. Ace of Swords, yeah, gaining a lot more clarity, okay? I'm getting that for a lot of y'all. This is a time of like kind of epiphany and clarity that can be really, y'all, with the swords, okay? I'm just saying, with the King of Swords here too, that it could be somewhat painful. It may be something like the cold, hard truth, okay? Like it may be, honestly, guys, I come to the table as like, I'm your friend, you know what I mean? And so if I say anything to y'all, it's not anything that I would not want said to me, okay? Does that make sense? I'm literally sitting here like it's a Saturday. I'm just fucking chilling, and you know what I mean? And I just really casually sat down today. So I'm just not going to fuck with you guys, okay? Basically, I'm not going to bullshit with you guys, and I'm just going to, like, say it like it's coming to me, okay? Especially because I have missed you guys, and I've wanted to upload for a while, and so I'm just going to tell it to you like it is, okay? I'm being kind of sassy. Okay, but the truth could be that you might actually be you're being shown right now, you're gaining some clarity about your circumstances, your situation, your life, right? And how you have directly contributed to it, okay? So I'm just saying, this could be the cold, hard truth. It could be that you're finally starting to take responsibility for certain things. You could finally be taking accountability for your circumstance, and you're no longer, which, guys, this is good news, okay? You're no longer blaming other people or past experiences or whatever it is. You're finally like, okay, I'm having these realizations. I realize that the problem is my mindset, okay? The problem is the way that I am choosing to think about things. The problem is that I have not put enough effort into rerouting my fucking neural networks. And no, it's not easy, but I'm just saying that if you put effort and energy at anything for long enough, you will make a difference. There will be an impact made, right? It's just like strengthening muscles. You know what I mean? If you target certain muscles long enough, Wheel of Fortune, guys, and the King of Swords again. This could be really significant for some of you. Some of y'all might be an air sign, or you may have strong air in your chart. You may also be dealing with an air sign, so that's Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But with the Wheel of Fortune coming out and the King of Swords continuing to come out, what I'm really getting here is that you're taking things into your own hands. You're taking your future into your own hands. You're taking your fortune, okay? Listen, guys, this is like a huge lesson for me right now, and I'm really wanting to share it with you guys. So look at this Wheel of Fortune card. Do you see how there's two figures here? On one side, this person is abundant, and they're weaving with, like, you know, this like really beautiful thread, and they're weaving the fabric of their life, basically, you know, and they're looking to the wheel, right? Like, you know, their eyes are open, their hands are open, they're doing, and they're, you know what I mean, they're look how abundant, like look at their you know, their clothing and everything, right? And then look at the other side. You've got somebody here who is lost in sorrow and the misfortune, and look how they're, you know, they're weaving this thread of, you know, just dull darkness here. And, you know, and their eyes are closed. They're hiding their face in shame and sadness, you know? So, like, what I'm trying to say, guys, is you can decide which side of the wheel you want to be on. And yes, the wheel does turn, and there are things that happen that are outside of our control, but that's not the things that I'm talking about. The things that I'm talking about are the things that are in your control, i.e. your mindset, your actions, the way that you choose to respond to situations, the things you choose to do, right? You get to choose. You have the power. You can look at it clearly and logically. You don't have to make decisions based on emotional impulses, okay? Because there's some decisions, guys, that you can't take back, you know? So you don't want to make emotionally charged decisions. You want to think logically about things and realize that your fate is in your own hands. wow, the Strength card and the King of Swords coming out again. Okay, so with the Strength card, what I'm really getting here is that this is about discipline, and this is about balance. Oh, sorry, y'all. These readings really drain me too. That's one of the reasons why I don't do them as often as I was, because I mean, God, it was like a full-time job for free, basically, guys. Like, I love providing content, and you know, I know that a lot of people on YouTube really enjoy providing free content, and it's great, you know, like I really do. But you know, the currency around here, y'all, is the likes, the subscribes, the shares, the comments, all of that. And so if y'all can spare just a couple of seconds, it really makes all the difference for us out here, and we have the possibility of being monetized one day, you know, if we get enough love on here, right? So show some love, and you know, make sure that you're liking your favorite content creators videos and commenting and everything. Ace of Wands. Okay, so I mean, y'all, it's like, it's more than just like a mental clarity, right? Like, this is an awakening within you where you're realizing, like, holy shit, I have been giving my power away. I have been allowing myself to place blame on others, or on circumstances, or societal constructs, or whatever it is. I am allowing those things to have power over me, and it does affect what I choose to do and not do, and it does impact my future. It impacts my life. It has impacted my life all my life, right? Like, okay, for me personally, because I'm an AFAB person, right? I'm a woman. I'm viewed that way. So it doesn't matter what I do. There's always going to be somewhat of a, you know, construct around that, but doesn't mean that it's a constraint. In the wrong company, maybe, okay, but in the right company, being a woman is literally not even, like, it's not a constraint. It's not something that will hold you back. If anything, in certain circles, it is something that people will, like, praise you for, show you respect for, right? They want to hear what you have to say because you're a, you know, a feminine voice in the circle, right? So I'm just saying, in the wrong company, yes, anything can be a constraint. Say, you know, I've got crooked teeth, or you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with something. I have crooked teeth, or I walk funny, or I have a lisp, or, you know what I mean? Whatever it is I can think of. It's like, yeah, in the wrong company, that will be a constraint, because people will judge you for it and hold you back for it, and they won't want you to progress and you know, succeed, because it's like, you know, you're ugly or whatever. Do you guys get why I'm saying that shit? Fuck. I'm saying it because it's your choice, okay? It's your choice whether or not you allow the judgments of shitty people to basically keep you from succeeding. I mean, seriously, literally, that's what it is. Because why, like, y'all, you have to understand that there is a place for you in this world. There is a place for you in this world, period. Like, if anybody's ever made you feel like you can't succeed at something that you really want to do, it's literally just bullshit. And, you know, yeah, there are certain restraints. I'm not talking about restraints like physical restraints, or inability to do something based on some sort of, you know, disadvantage. I'm literally talking about things that you are capable of doing, but you don't believe that people will support you. You don't believe that it will work out. You believe that you will fail, and so you don't do it. Those fucking things, guys. You're having an awakening. You're realizing, like, oh my God, I have literally been allowing myself to be held back. I am the problem. My mindset is the problem. My beliefs are the problem. I am in control. And I'm telling you guys, this is a realization. You're looking at it objectively. You're looking at your life objectively. You're looking at yourself objectively. And you're going, wow, I struggle with certain types of thinking that really holds me back. You know, my thinking prevents me from being able to reach the goals that I have set out in front of me, right? 7 of Pentacles. You know, I've worked really hard, and it's like, wow, I'm looking at this. This is so interesting. Oh my God, y'all, this is the craziest message coming through. Do you see how this person is behind their back? They're feeding the crows down there with the seeds. Guys, That's what you're coming to the realization of. You're like, I have been feeding the crows. And when I say that, there's nothing wrong with crows, but the message that I'm getting here is that you're feeding that negative thinking with seeds that instead could grow into an incredible field of abundance. But instead, you're secretly, not so secretly, I mean, because you can't keep secrets from yourself, right? Sorry about that, y'all. But you can't keep secrets from yourself. But your subconscious, you know what I mean? Like when you're thinking about things that you want to do, it's like in the back of your mind, you're still feeding this negative thinking. This is the epiphany. This is the realization, you know? King of Cups, baby. Yeah. Ooh, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. For a lot of you out there, if you're single right now, I don't think you're going to be single for very much longer. Okay? For those of y'all who are looking for like a masculine person, I'm getting that they're coming. They're on their way, is what I just heard. So take that, at face value or whatever, because how many of us have been waiting for how long, right? 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, I've been waiting on you, hun. So it's kind of like, I feel like the wait is almost over, but you have been thinking somewhat negatively about it because you're like, well, I've been waiting for so long, right? I mean, I even just, you know what I mean, made a comment about it. That may be kind of your attitude right now. Yeah, that could be a little bit of your attitude right now. You're kind of like, yeah, well, I'm not going to hold my breath, right? 3 of Cups in reverse and the 2 of Wheels in reverse. I have been getting this 3 of Cups in reverse card, and the message that it's been telling me and what I'm getting again, and I'm going to tell y'all, is that I don't think that that celebrations are going to be happening right now, or I don't think that they're going to be good. And what does that mean? Okay, it means a couple things. Like, I think that you may make plans and then cancel them. You may end up going to events and really not enjoying yourself. You may go to party with some people and then like something bad happens or something weird happens. Like, I'm not trying to scare you guys, but like, I just think celebrating and partying right now is like really not the best. It's not the vibe right now. Okay, unfortunately, if that is your vibe right now and you're like bummed to hear that, like, I'm sorry, there's a lot of ways you can have fun. I'm not saying this is gonna apply to everyone, but I'm getting that, like, party time is kind of winding down. So if you want to get your party time in, sure, but at the same time, it's just kind of a bad time. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting that. It's a bad time for that right now. So maybe even if you just waited like 2 weeks, maybe it'll be better. But just the vibe right this minute is like partying is kind of like, I'm just saying, just celebrating with like alcohol, that mostly is what I'm getting at. Celebrating with alcohol is really kind of like off the table, or should be, right? So 2 of Pentacles in reverse, I'm getting also that like balancing your like work life, love life, friendship life, whatever. Like, I'm getting that balancing your life right now might be challenging. So just keep that in mind. So if there's any areas of your life that you feel like aren't getting enough attention, like say you're putting a lot of effort and energy into your work life, but not really into your love life, or vice versa, then like, there might be some readjustments that should be made, okay? And I don't think that partying is really going to help you with that. If anything, it's just going to hinder you. It's going to make that balance worse. That's what I'm getting. I know it's really kind of a bummer to say. Like, it's just really funny because I've been wanting to go to some events lately, and then it's like kind of at the last minute, like not really wanting to go anymore. Like, I literally got ready for an event last night, and then I was just like, I really don't want to go. Like, I hyped myself up for it, and I was super hyped, and then I was kind of like, nah, and I didn't go. And then, wow, this is funny. I'll say this in just a second. And then there was an event tonight that I was going to go to, and it got canceled. And so I'm like, okay, it's in the air, and I just think that that's really interesting to me. And it just shows me that, like, the tarot that I've been getting the last week or so has been accurate, or it's been, like, portraying what, what the vibe is right now. And so I'm just kind of like, I want to have fun with my friends. I don't really want to party, Queen of Pentacles coming out again. y'all, like I said, if you have, your mind on your money and your money on your mind sort of deal here, I'm getting that this is good because, like, here's the messages I'm getting. 7 of Wands. So what I'm getting here is you are going to, through this energy here, okay, and also acknowledging the ways that you can grow, acknowledging where you may be sabotaging yourself or because of your mindset that you're, like, preventing yourself from succeeding, all that sort of shit, you're going to start to unravel and unwind that shit, by the way. I'm just saying it's not going to be as cryptic as maybe it was before. Here, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm, like, getting a little bit hot. I'm just going to grab some water, turn on my AC. So basically what I was going to say is that it's not going to be as cryptic as maybe it was in the past, where you're like, well, what exactly do I believe that is preventing me from being successful? Like, I don't understand how I'm doing these things. Okay? You're going to figure out what it is you're doing. Get that right there. The anxiety, the worry and confusion, I don't know what to do. No. That's anxiety. And that's the 9 of Swords. That is what you're doing. That's fucking up your success. Literally. Stop questioning yourself. Stop questioning everything. Okay? Stop questioning it. Don't question it. There's this old saying, an old adage. You never check the horse's mouth. Never check the mouth of a horse that was gifted to you. How the fuck does that go? But yeah, it's like, don't check the horse's mouth, because if someone gives you a gift, you don't check the horse's mouth, because that's what you do when you're buying a horse, right? That's what you do when you're buying a horse. You're checking its health and stuff. So before you receive a gift horse, you check its mouth. The person that's giving you the horse is like, it's a free horse, asshole. Like, don't sit there and look at this horse and be like, do I want this horse? It's like, accept what's given to you, and then you can decide, So that's kind of the point here, or whatever is what I'm getting, is like, don't check the horse's mouth. What is that? How do you say that? I really need to look that up. That's an old one, I feel like. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This AC is a little bit too cold. Oh, I love you guys. Okay, so let me get forward. Let me get moving with this. So look, 7 of Wands is that through this energy of focusing on your success, focusing on your, your financial stability, etc., right? You're defending and protecting what it is you've already built, okay, which is like your stability, this could be like your living situation, your job, you're maintaining, okay? That's the way that I look at the 7 of Wands, is you're defending your position, right? And look at these wolves down here. The way that I see it is you're keeping the wolves at bay. Does that make sense? Where you're like, you know what I see these wolves as? Being broke, running on E, being homeless, right? Like, these are the wolves that you're keeping at bay here by focusing on success. Because you're like, you know what? I'm not letting these wolves into my fucking pasture anymore because they keep killing my sheep or whatever. I don't know what kind of analogy you want. But, like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not going to slip backwards. Ooh, you better watch out, mama. Here we go. Queen of Pentacles again, and the Knight of Wands. Keep in mind that when you're doing this and you're sitting in your power and you're focusing on, your success and your abundance and all that sort of thing, and you're starting to, like, unwind from this Nine of Swords energy, people are going to be really attracted to that. And I guarantee you're going to have some fuck boys, fuck humans coming your way, okay? So watch out for the fuck humans, because, unless you want to have fun. Ooh, 10 of Cups, baby, because that's what you really want. That's what you really want. And this is what you're weaving for yourself in the future, for your life, you're just like, I want to focus on me and being happy and being successful and having enough financial stability in order to, like, invest in myself, invest in my future, invest in my life, and, to be in a healthier mindset so that I'm more confident, I'm more, you know what I mean? 9 of Cups energy, right? So that I can get to the 10 of Cups energy, because that's what I really want long term, right? So sure, you may want to have fun right now. It's not really recommended. You may, you know, see the Hermit just came out like, bitch. It's not recommended that you go out and have fun right now. It is recommended that you continue to look within. Okay? And don't stress yourself. Just look at things clearly. Okay? And with an open mind and an open heart, and be like, okay, I want to understand. I want to learn. I want to look at what I'm doing, you know, and I want to understand it so that I can change it, so that it's most optimal, so that I gain the things in my life that I want, you know. So you need to do some soul searching right now. And I know that may not be what some of y'all want to hear, but if you made it this far in the reading, more likely than not, this is the advice for you, okay? So I'm just saying, we want to have fun. We want to, you know, we want to, like, I don't know, so we want to party, but like, no, it's like we want to have fun. We want to let loose, right? We want to do whatever. Some of y'all might want to party. Who knows? But I'm just saying that, like, this is the advice, okay? So you can go party if you want, but I feel like you'll just be running away from the inevitable epiphany, insight, clarity moment that is coming to you, that is necessary in order for you to expand and grow and move forward with your life and be successful, okay? Ace of Wands. I haven't even actually pulled a card this whole time. All right, Spirit. Any cards want to actually come out and be talked about here? Okay. Okay. Interesting. That doesn't resonate, actually. And I'm not doing that just because I don't like the card. It was a Four of Wands in reverse, and I'll, you know, just tell you what it was. But it was because I was kind of ignoring my intuition. My intuition was saying to pull some oracle cards because we kind of got everything we needed out of the tarot. Wow. Damn. Okay, so this card says attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. And this is what we're getting to the bottom of. I've never seen this card come out of this deck, guys. And all I did was split the deck and just look. Okay, this card. Okay, the reason why this card is important, in my opinion, right in this moment, right? The reason why I feel like this card is important is because you are starting to realize that everything that you do that makes a negative impact on your life or anybody around you, you realize is literally coming from a place of pain. It is coming from a place of woundedness. It's just 100,000% related, okay? Basically is what I'm trying to say, guys. There's literally nothing harmful that you do that is just completely independent of your wound and your pain, okay? No. Everything harmful that you do, whether it's self-destructive behavior, whether it's harmful to, you know, your relationships, or it's directly harmful to other people, it is 100,000% linked to your woundedness. So what does that mean? What that means is at the root of all of your failures, right? Okay? All of your negative experiences, right? Okay? And this is going to say that I have to do with your actions directly, right? Okay? So I'm not necessarily trying to blame you for everything everyone else does. That's not what I'm trying to say. Everything that you have done that you feel shame about, that you feel like not proud of, that you could have done better, or, you know, you could have made different choices, you could have handled things differently. Those types of things, they're all related to your woundedness. Okay? So with that being said, if we know that, then we say, okay, well, so how do I stop making these mistakes? How do I stop hurting myself and other people? How do I stop, you know, being emotionally reckless? How do I stop, you know, in my case, like overindulging in, you know, things that make me feel better, which is like, you know what I mean? Usually it's consuming like yummy food and shit. But then it's like, you know, but what I'm saying is, sure, whatever. That's like part of my coping mechanism is overeating. But, you know, that's harmful to me in the long run. And I'm not saying that like you shouldn't just like eat whatever you want to eat. Like, I'm a healthy person and I still try and balance it out, but it's not what I want to be doing. Does that make sense? Who gives a fuck as far as like weight, whatever. It's not about weight. It's about health. And so for me, if I'm overindulging in like things that are high sugar or high fat, that's not good for me long term, health wise. And because that's not what I want to be doing, because it doesn't make me feel good later. It's like, yeah, I enjoyed eating it, but now I have, brain fog and I'm tired and I'm irritable. And then it's just a cycle. It adds back into itself, and then you find yourself being moody, so then you make decisions that aren't necessarily the best for you, and it's all related. So the reason why this is important, I gotta take deep breaths, guys, I'm sorry, but the reason why this is important is because your healing is literally the key to your success. If you've been spending money on things that you think are going to make you happy, like material things, by like shopping or, like I said, overeating, if you're like spending money on drugs or weed or, you know what I mean? Just something, okay? Going out to the bars and buying drinks, like whatever it is that you're spending money on, guys, to make yourself feel better, please get online and find an affordable therapist in your local area. I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I'm being dead serious. Take some of that money, guys. I'm like about to cry right now. And please put it into therapy, because that alone, okay, it's the conscious decision saying, I am going to focus on my pain, not dwell in my pain, but I'm going to make it a priority to heal from past wounding. I'm making it a priority to heal. And you guys, you may have, okay, here's what I'm feeling right now. Say for those of you who are on a healing journey, right? Like you've been on a healing journey for many, many years, right? Okay, maybe your whole life. Okay, you've been on a healing journey. But the time frame where that you made the conscious decision to start healing until now, there's been a slow drift, okay, away from, and maybe you've drifted and come back, right, to this focal point of healing, right? So maybe you're like, yes, that is, you know what I mean, a big part of my world, whatever, right? But you slowly drift away from your healing, And so I'm getting that this is a time where that you've drifted away from your healing, and you're realizing, like, I've been neglecting my healing, because I thought I was healed, or I thought if I just, think positive, or if I just fight the feelings and I just muscle forward and I just do things that make me feel good, right? Like physically feel good, right? If I just consume things, like it's just going to make me feel better, right? So you start to drift away from the healing aspect, and you're drifting further off course of what the actual root is. And so if you continue to just try and, focus on other areas of your life, like say focus on money, right? And you're just focusing on money and you're going, wow, it really makes me feel better when I have more money, right? So then you become a workaholic, or you become addicted to, money. You become addicted to shopping or whatever it is. And then you realize, like, wow, I have been focusing all my time and energy on making money, but I'm not focusing any energy on my healing. And so I'm beginning to make these same decisions, same mistakes, same problems. Now for example, I hit a curb, you know what I mean? And it just like upset me that I hit a curb. Like, that was a mistake. That was stupid. You're so stupid. And then it spirals and completely unravels, where then you're like, wow, I'm a miserable human being, right? So what I'm trying to get at is that it's time to get back on track with your healing journey. It's time to recognize that you're masking and that you are hiding from the real truth of the situation, the cold, hard truth that you have been neglecting your healing, that you've been placing blame on other people, you've been giving your power away, you've fallen off the wagon again, yada, 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 okay? Yeah, it's painful. It's hard to look at. it's shitty, because it initially wasn't your fucking problem. Initially, it wasn't even your fucking fault, right? I 100,000% know that for a fact and believe that. If somebody else hurt you, okay, it was not your fucking fault. If your circumstances hurt you, it wasn't your fault, okay? Especially as a child. Like, I'm sorry. You know, this is the deal. To look at a problem that initially wasn't even your fucking fault, but now is your cross to bear, can be incredibly infuriating. Where you're like, okay, I'm a good person. I didn't do anything wrong. But it's now my fucking responsibility to heal myself so that I can actually make wise choices and live a happy, successful, fulfilling life, etc. Right? Fill in the blank. Yes, that's very fucking frustrating. And it's not fair. It's not fair. But it's the cold, hard truth, you know, that it is the reality. And I think that's the clarity you're coming to. I can't change this. I can't wish it away. I can't hide from it. I can't bury it. I can't ask anyone else to help me heal it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't ask for help. Okay, I'm not saying you can't ask for help. I'm saying you can't depend on somebody else for help to heal it, right? Especially romantically, okay? I just want to make that really clear in case some of y'all were still holding on hope that there's going to be some romantic partner that just like helps you heal magically from all of this. I'm just saying it's really not a healthy mindset, because it's, first off, it's unrealistic expectations on the average human being, okay? First off, or secondly, I should say that people aren't necessarily interested in playing that role for you. No offense. Have you yet found someone who's interested in playing that role? No? Someone who's interested in being your therapist? Someone who's interested in being your rock and wants to just, like, make all your problems disappear? I'm not trying to be fucking rude, guys. I'm being serious with you because I need to hear it. Like, I need this shit thrown back in my face to be like, what did you expect? Like, what do you really expect? So, look, this is the reason why I haven't been posting these readings, guys, because I get to this point and I fucking break down. You know what I mean? And I don't want to make you guys my therapist, right? So we're getting back on track. That's the point. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Indeed. So I'm not saying I don't believe in healing romantic relationships. I'm not saying I don't believe in them. I'm just saying that when you work really hard to find some type of safety within romantic relationships and you just continue to not find it, or you continue to fuck it up, or whatever it is, guys, you get to a certain point where you just start to give up on the idea. And that's not a bad thing. I wish I would have given up on the idea a long time ago, right? Because if I had just never, I mean, not that I never wanted it, but if I was like, yeah, that'd be nice, but come on, that's not really very realistic to ask that of another person. Okay, and then I would have just moved on from the idea. But like, yeah, that would be nice, but like in the meantime, I'll just keep going to therapy, you know, right? In the meantime, I'm just going to continue to, like, educate myself on the subject. I'm going to continue to, you know what I mean, take time to myself and to, you know, put myself in environments that are conducive, you know, or conducive, I should say, to my healing, right? What does this one say? Oneness is my true nature. I mean, our wounding takes us off track from our true oneness. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. That's the other one. The other lesson that I've been learning is that when we want things, I recognize that I've chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. Yeah. So can I just say, guys, pride kills. Pride is not good, guys. Yeah, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, Peace cannot be disrupted. The lesson that I've been learning, yeah, that's a good one too. I'm going to read that one to you guys in a second. So the lesson that I've been learning is that a lot of times when we're off balance, we are irritable, upset, angry, you know, for maybe something that's happened, you know, or something that's happening, situations in the world, situations in our personal life, right? Being in a place of anger and disappointment, frustration, sadness, all of that is important when those emotions come up, to really feel them all the way and let them move through you and out of you. Okay? Because continuing to hold on to it is not going to do anything but hurt you. So there's really no point in no point in holding on to these emotions, because they're emotions, they're energy that travels through you, that it originates right within you. You're what's the word? I don't want to say triggered, because that's not the word. Activated. Okay, we are emotionally activated by situations that happen in our external environment. It activates certain emotions within us, and then those emotions come up to the surface, and they need to be allowed, right, and felt and moved through us. Okay, grieving is a really good example, because grief comes through in a very visible, a tangible way, right? Through crying, through wailing, you know what I mean? Screaming. There's so many. I mean, grief is an incredibly important emotion. It's a cleansing mechanism, okay, for your body, your spirit, your mind, your heart, everything, okay? It is a cleansing mechanism, and you need to allow it, because these emotions are very powerful, okay? But what happens is that they can get stuck, and then basically the memory of the pain allows us to continue to ruminate, and we can continue to reactivate that pain anytime we think about that situation, anytime we think about that experience, that person, whatever it is, and it activates that pain within us over and over again, and it becomes like a impulse, like a neural network impulse, right? Where that it's like, you think about this, it makes you think about this, and then, oh, I'm in that pain again. You know what I mean? Because that pain is still inside of you, so you're still able to access it because you held it there and it's stuck, right? That's what that is. This is what I've come to realize. So now, if you can so easily access your pain, which I assume if you resonate with that you can, then you're activating and resonating with that pain, right? You're feeling that. You have the ability in these moments to relax the body, feel the emotion, and physically feel it begin to rise. And sometimes it may take a little while, okay? Sometimes you may need to visualize, think, you know, but relax. Relaxation, I think, is number one. You relax and let it move through you. And a lot of times there may be noises that you want to make that come up. You may cry. There are things that can happen when you're in this state of letting go of pain that you've been carrying. But I'm telling you, you're going to feel it move up and through you and out of your body. And you can feel it happening. And I'm telling you guys, it's incredibly powerful. And when we move these things out of our way, these blockages, these obstacles, and we move them out of our body, it allows for this fresh, new life force energy to come through us and clear that space where it was stuck, and to clear us out, and it gets us back in alignment and back in oneness, right? Where we're back in connection with the universe, and we go, oh, wow, everything makes so much more sense when I'm in this place of peace, when I'm in this place of alignment. So then I go, oh, I totally see what I did before. I was an emotional wreck. So I made this really impulsive decision because I was in a lot of pain, and I didn't know how to make my pain better. I just didn't know how. And so I wanted help with it. And when I realized someone couldn't help me with that pain, that was really painful too. So then you run away, you know? So really no easier way to describe it. So the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Okay, surrender the outcome. Surrender the outcome. And when I say that, I don't mean don't have goals, don't have aspirations, don't move forward with a certain outcome in mind. Sure, you have desired outcomes. We all do, and we should, okay? Having a desired outcome is healthy, right? You go, yeah, I really want it to go well. Fuck yeah, you do. Great. But do not be attached to it going well. Because what happens when you're attached to it going well, you go, well, I really want it to go well because if it doesn't go well, then it's going to go bad. And if it goes bad, then, that's bad for my reputation, or, that could cost me my job or whatever, right? So like you start to, when you're attached to the outcome, you get anxiety. And anxiety leads to failure. Period. Anxiety leads to failure. Period. And I'm saying it like that because I am so fucking mad at myself for how much I've let anxiety run my life. And I'm so upset when I see, it saddens me a lot to see when my friends let anxiety get the better of them. Right? Anxiety is the worst, guys. You have to let it go. You have to. Because and when I say you have to, the choice is yours, babe. You can do whatever the fuck you want for as long as you want till you die angry, die anxious, okay? I hope that doesn't happen to you. And it's not going to happen to you. This is a choice. So this is what I'm getting at is, sure, you can do whatever you want, but I'm saying that if you want to be successful, if you want to be happy, you want to be healthy, you want to be calm, you want to be peaceful, you want to be, in healthy, loving, long-term relationships, whatever it is that you want, right? You want a best friend, shit. And it's like, you have to let these things go in order to have that, in order to receive that, in order to make healthy choices to get there. You're not going to be able to make healthy choices if you stay in this anxious mindset. It's just not going to work out that way as much as you want it to. And let's say you do show up to the table, right? Because there may be things that make you so anxious you don't even go do them. But say you do show up and you're anxious, then you're trying to do this thing that's important to you while you're anxious. That's not good either. So you know that. You go, oh, well, if I show up and I'm anxious, that's going to be a bad deal. So I better just not show up at all, It's like, that's safer, right? And that's just such a bummer. But if you were to overcome the anxiety in general, then there would be no reason not to show up in the first place. There would be no reason to, because you would have already made all the wise choices that you needed to be in a good headspace in order to go and do the thing. So it's all you at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's all you. Unless, of course, Jesus Christ, something horrible is happening in your life that's totally out of your control and it's causing you anxiety. Totally normal, okay? But I'm saying that if you are, not eating well because you're depressed, you know what I mean? So then you're irritable and moody. So then you get in arguments with your friends and coworkers and family and loved ones or whatever. And then you damage your relationships. And then that causes you anxiety. You go, oh, I'm not in a good headspace because I'm anxious because I'm having a fight with my significant other. It's like, well, it all starts with you. I'm not trying to be an asshole and I'm not trying to place blame on you for anything that's out of your control. Everything I'm talking about right now is just the things in your control. So if the shoe doesn't fit, throw it off the table. I'm really just talking about only the things that are in your control, so don't include anything else when you're thinking about this. Just think about the things that you can control. Your behavior, your actions, your decisions, right? Your mindset, the way you treat other people, the way you treat yourself. How much energy you put into your healing, right? How much energy you put into, things that are not healthy for you, right? So I hope you guys are understanding anyway the message here that's coming through today, that also really ties into a lot of the lessons that I've been learning lately and is a big part of the reason why I haven't been on here, So I hope that you guys appreciated that. Really, at the end of the day, all I want is for us to be fucking empowered. Empowered as hell, and empowered by the things that we were gifted with from the universe, whatever, however you want to say it. We all have these incredible fucking gifts that we're bringing to the table, even if it's just to be cynical and funny about it. That's a gift, okay? I'm telling you, your gift, no matter how small, guys, is really, really valuable. And so I'm just saying, I really want us to be able to wield these gifts without shame, without fear, without abandoning ourselves. And I really just want us to show up for ourselves in our lives and be able to make significant differences in, the world, or at least Jesus Christ, just be at peace and enjoy it. Enjoy being alive, right? Even when it's difficult, being able to fucking you know, whistle while you work, dance in the rain, yada, 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 right? And also for us to be there for ourselves enough to be strong enough to be there for each other. Because we can assist each other. We can be there for each other. Do you think that, like, our therapists would be able to sit there and listen to our fucking problems if they didn't have at least some of their own shit figured out? Sure, there's plenty of therapists who still have shit they need to figure out. But guess what? If they were not in a good headspace to be listening to other people's problems, it wouldn't matter if they're getting paid or not. They wouldn't show up to do it. So I'm just saying, they at least have gathered enough of themselves together, right, to be able to show up for another human being. And we can all do that for ourselves and for each other. So thanks, guys. It's really nice to be back. So anyway, I'm definitely going to post this. All I want to say is please remember to like, share, comment, or subscribe to support me and my channel. It really does help the algorithm and helps my channel grow and these messages get to more people. And eventually, y'all, maybe I get to monetize my channel. Shit. I'm going to keep posting. So I love you guys, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. All right. Bye.